What's up, my good people? Whew. Really uncomfortable situation coming live for various reasons. And first I want to say that, man, whoever's supposed to see this video is going to see it. And whoever's not supposed to see it isn't going to see it. I got a lot of stuff that I want to say, and doing this live is uncomfortable for me because I'm very, very, very serious about creating my reality on purpose. And this Facebook Live thing, you know, sometimes people say things and you can't retract them. And so it's like, for me, I want to make sure that I say what I need to say and that I don't wander off into some other things. But the conversation I'm about to have is going to be strictly transparent, and I'm just going to be real. Some people ain't going to really rock with me after this. So it was good being connected with you while I can be. If you decide that you're going to do it moving, that's cool. I get it. I want to talk about self-mastery and why I am so serious about it. Why I'm convinced that it's the only way to divert specific situations away from your environment is by taking control of yourself. And some people have the concept that, you know, they can't control what other people are doing. So how does taking control over yourself control what happens outside of you? I'm going to say this straight up. There's two sets of rules. We are in a matrix, okay? You could believe it. You could not believe it. You could say I'm tripping. You could say it's sci-fi. You could say whatever the hell you want to say. We are in a matrix, a construct. A system of control. A system of control, okay? Where everything is monitored, where everybody is known, where we've all been branded, where we've all been categorized. We are in a matrix. That ain't some illusion. That ain't some bullshit. Excuse my language. It's the truth, all right? It's the truth. So, because we're in a matrix, there is a uniformed system established to govern the masses. There's a uniform system, okay? A system used to govern the masses. All right? Now, within that system, we have 8 billion manifestations of God, who have appeared to be individuals. 8 billion people on this plane. That is 16 billion eyes, not including the third. We don't see anything that's outside of ourselves because it goes on inside of our mind first. Our eyes are here to project what is going on the inside, not the other way around. So, because we are in a matrix and because this is a uniform system of control at work, you have two choices. You have two choices. You can master yourself on purpose, or you can be mastered by somebody else by default. You can take control over your reality and master your reality on purpose, or you can be mastered by someone else's version of reality. It's plain and simple. Okay? So the things that we're seeing is on a mass scale, someone else's version of reality that you have an option to accept or not to accept. You have an option to embrace that as truth or not embrace that as truth. People talk about right and wrong. What is right and wrong? Because what's right for you may be wrong for me. Right and wrong is subjective. This matrix is not about right and wrong. It's not about right and wrong. So you can pray. You can continue to look outside of yourself and blame other people for the experience that you're having, or you can take control over that experience. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. Governments govern slaves. Masters govern themselves. The governments are constructed on unbalanced egos. People who have the concept that they are in control of everybody else. But the Most High gave each one of us the authority to rule our space, because we are creators. We are creators. The great I am lives inside of us. So when you take yourself and you get into a cycle or a vortex, because that's what's going on right now. There's a vortex of people that do not want to take accountability, that are blaming other people outside of themselves for what's going on and accepting those things as their reality. Now, I'm about to say something that may be offensive, but the reality of it is I was not in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, when Alton Sterling was killed. That's information that came to us. That's video feed that came to us that we had to accept into our reality as truth. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm saying that we were not there. We were not there. Okay? So because we were not there, it's no different than someone coming to your door, knocking on your door. You have the option to let them in or to leave their ass outside. Do we need to be aware? Yes, we do need to be aware. Are there some people that have a God complex that it's their job to rule over other people? Yes. Are there police officers that are doing things that they ain't got no damn business doing? Yes. There's some situations that don't even make it into my environment because I master myself. Because it's a metaphysical thing, it's a physical thing, it's a spiritual thing, it's a mental thing. There's some things that do not make it into my environment because I master myself. So you can master yourself, or you can be mastered by somebody else by default. At the end of the day, it all comes back to self, because police officers, governments, and things like that are all in place because we refuse to control ourselves. So someone else has to do it. So you can blame the system, you can blame the police, you can blame whoever, but it all comes back to self. All of it. 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 It all comes back to self. That's as real as I can be. My heart goes out to these people that are losing their experience because we don't die. Okay? Energy can't die. So what we're dealing with right now is out of balance egos that are trying to prove that they have rights. Let me tell you something about that. First of all, my rights aren't based on a piece of paper. Second of all, the Constitution was not even written for African or indigenous people. Third of all, if a piece of paper gives you your right, then a piece of paper can take away your rights. My rights came from the Most High. I don't need no Second Amendment rights. Because if somebody run up on me and I feel threatened, I'm going to lay their ass out. Period. I don't care. Nothing about no Second Amendment right. That has nothing to do with it. Self-preservation is a rule of law. And if someone is coming to do something to me that is against the choice that I made, first of all, that ain't gonna happen. But if it did, I don't need no piece of paper to validate the fact that I have the right to protect myself. A Second Amendment right? Come on now. Really? Do some research. Because some people are running around here quoting stuff and saying that they have rights and saying that their rights are based on a piece of paper that they wasn't even there when that was established. You were nowhere around. This whole system, this whole construct was put in motion before we came through the birth canal. Do you think it's not going to be set up to control us from the time we get out? Do you think that the religions and the books and the things that are in place were not there prior to you getting there? To control you. So the greatest form of rebellion is taking control over your own life. Because you can't continue to blame people. I respect people that are, leading and marching and protesting and doing all of these things. And yes, I'm getting emotional. I respect you. But you keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you ain't figured out that this shit ain't gonna work. You keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. I have been on all sides of the fence. I have been the prey, and I have been the predator. See, I'm going to be real about me. The best decision that I ever made was when I decided to take control over myself. Because you can't keep looking to other people to treat you fair. This system is not about right and wrong. It's not supposed to treat you fair. Why do you need somebody outside of you to tell you that you matter? You don't know that shit by now? Why do you need somebody to tell you that you are equal? Why do you need that? Because that's a lack of self-love and a lack of self-validation. You don't know who you are. That's why you need it. You're looking for somebody outside of yourself to keep telling you that your life matters, to treat you fair. For what? For what? Because you don't have no self-love. Because you're not loving yourself deep enough. This matrix is a mirror, and you gonna get back you. Everywhere you look, you gonna see you. You can't escape it. You can't escape it. It's like a fun house. Fun house where all the different mirrors are, and all you look around and you see a mirror that make you look fat. You see a mirror that make you look skinny. You see a mirror that make you look malformed, all these different things. This is a fun house. All you see is you. That's all you see. What you see in other people, that's in you. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, that's in you. And what you do and how you think is going to create your reality. So it's not mastering self to alleviate responsibility from what other people do for you or do to you. What it is shifting your position, your perspective from the victim, because none of us are victims. None of us are victims. But we've been playing victim so long that we done forgot who the hell we are. God in me ain't no victim. God in me ain't no victim. No victim. I don't have to sit around looking for people to blame as to why my life ain't working, why my life ain't doing what I feel that it should do. It ain't doing what I feel that it should do because I'm in control. And everything that I see outside of myself is going to point me back to the fact that you need to handle that. You need to take control of that. I am a melaninated woman. There's nobody on this planet that can stop me from doing what the hell I'm here to do. Nobody. And if you don't take that position, you're going to be led. You're going to be led to where somebody else wants you to be, where they want you to go. That's what's going to happen. You're going to be led. You're going to be led. You better take the narrow road. You better get your ass off that wide road and hop onto that narrow road and spend so much time focusing on yourself that you shift and reconfigure this whole matrix according to the fact that you are master over self. Because when you do that, the entire universe backs you up. This is a metaphysical construct also. We are not flesh and blood. This is something, this is a suit. And we up here gang banging colors. But we talk about Crips and Bloods, but we gang banging black and white and all that bullshit. And do you know, and I could really just go there, but some of the people you see, they're not even human. So if I threw you off with that, then get the hell off this page. Some people are not, they don't even have a soul. So you sitting here looking at people, and you're making determinations. How could they do that? You don't know who these people are. You don't even know. We are here on a planet and there's all kinds of beings here. Like, real talk. There's all types of beings here. I'm not making up no shit. This is something that I have lived, y'all. My third eye has been open my entire life. Since I've been here, I've been seeing things that other people don't see, trying to tell them about situations. They didn't believe me. All of that. So, but it ain't about me. It's about you. Are you taking control? Are you mastering self? Or are you going to be mastered by default? Are you going to be mastered by default? Because that's what's happening right now. Governments govern slaves. Masters govern themselves. Take your position. Get control over you before you start trying to tell other people what they need to be doing, what they shouldn't be doing, what's fair, what ain't fair, what's right, what ain't right. What's right for you ain't right for me. And what's right for me may not be right for you. I done did some things, they was right to me, but they probably would be wrong to you. So right and wrong is subjective. That's not what we're in. We're not in anything based on right and wrong. We're in something that's based on control. And if you don't control yourself, somebody else is going to do it. That's all I came through to say. So it is what it is. I see my folks, all of y'all, and I ain't ignoring nobody. What's up, Yaz, Rosie, Steven, Dwight? What's up, AJ, BJ, Nico, Aisha? Hey, Tony, Moni. What's up, Pearly's Gems, my sis? Hey, Tish. What's up, CPG Gooch? Ben, thank you for joining. Kanina, I love you, girl. What's up, Cece? Hey, Rebecca. It's my sister girl right there. AD. Wole. Ray. Shantae. These are all my folks. Nicole, that's my perfect little sis. Man, Charles, don't forget Jesus. What could I possibly, how can I possibly forget Jesus? But I'm not going to go there on this public, because from the jump I said, God is in me and in you. Christ in you, the hope of glory. But I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. But yeah, that's the example. Alberta, what's up, sis? What's up, Tammy? Yeah, so, man, y'all understand this metaphysical experience, everything is happening right here first. It's all happening right here first. It's all happening right here. What's up, Marissa? I gotta come see you too. I ain't forgot about you, sis. It's all right here. And what's going on inside is going to come on the outside of you. So this victim stuff, all of this victim stuff, it's, you know, this matrix is designed to oppress you. It's going to oppress you. It's going to push you. It's going to press you. It's going to squeeze you. It's going to do all of those things until you decide to take control over yourself. Until you wake up and be like, you know what? I'm good. I don't need you to tell me what to do anymore, because we've all been institutionalized. This is a prison without walls. And if you can't recognize that, then I really don't know what to tell you. But this is a prison without walls. But it also can be a very liberating experience where you can get beyond the system. You know, speaking of Jesus, the Messiah didn't abide by man-made rules. He was on another set of principles, a supernatural set of principles, which is why he could take something and take nothing and turn it into something. Which is why he could be somewhere and there are people that need to be fed, and he could turn around and take it and manifest what needed to be manifested, because he wasn't depending. See, Obama ain't my president. That's a CEO of this corporation called the United States of America Incorporated. He is not my president. I am my president. I am my president. You are your president. But if you keep looking to somebody else, you ain't even been to the White House. And you dependent on the White House to govern you. And even if you have been to the White House, it ain't your house. So why are you looking for someone outside of you because he's a black man? Hey, he's the face. There's still people pulling the strings. Take it how you want to take it. Take it how you want to take it. I don't need nobody outside of me telling me what's best for me, putting things in motion that ain't never met me, don't know my children. Only thing they know is that I have a birth certificate and a social security number, and I'm not even going to go there. So I don't have to. Obama can't validate. President Obama can't validate me. He can't validate me. I validate me because God has already validated me. So I don't need no politician making decisions on my behalf. That's for people that don't want to think for themselves. I've never voted. I've never voted. Never. Never. Because your vote, that shit don't matter. All that's doing is showing what side of the agenda, whose agenda that you support. So you could say, oh, our ancestors died for the vote. Yeah, they did, because they didn't know. They didn't know. So if you know, why you gonna do something just because our ancestors did something that they did not know? That's ridiculous. You might as well take your ass back to the caveman days and live like the caveman, because the caveman didn't know. The caveman hadn't got that far. We make all kind of excuses for why we are oppressed. Well, I voted for them. Well, I voted for him. Well, well, you didn't vote for him. You ain't, man, look, I've never voted. I never will vote. The only time I voted was in junior high when I voted for myself for student body president. I don't vote. If that's your thing, then you vote. You do that. And keep on looking for your vote to matter, and keep looking for your vote to change your reality. Change your reality. I know that my reality is taking place in my head first. So if I want to change it, I got to do it in my head first. That's common sense. That's too much like right. Because we're looking outside of ourselves for who's doing this, what they're doing, blah, 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 so we can have somebody to divert the blame on. I'm not diverting blame on nobody for nothing that I choose to do or not do. All I'm saying is, if you don't control yourself, you're going to be controlled by default. You're going to be controlled by default. I don't go to church anymore, because I am the church. I ain't throwing no shade to nobody that do. That's what you need to do, then you do that. But God is in me. I ain't got to go to no building to get to God, because God is in me. He's in me. The Most High is in me. So I don't need no middleman, i.e. bishop, preacher, teacher, whatever, to tell me what is best for me or what God says about me. I just got to get that solid connect with the Most High in me, so that I'll know what moves I need to do, what moves I need to make. I don't need you to tell me what God said. God told you to tell me something. Why would God have to go outside of me to tell me? Unless, of course, I ain't listening, and then the Most High is sending you to confirm what it is that I've already been told that I am ignoring. That's it. But I'm not finna standing on lines for no prophecies, giving up 1,000. Like, I don't even want to go there. Y'all see. Master self. Because we complain about things that we don't change. Everything that we complain about, we have the control to fix it. We have the ability to fix it. We are the problem. We are the solution. If you don't want to control yourself, then don't complain about somebody else controlling you. That's it. That's it. You're going to either control yourself or you're going to be controlled. That's it. So I love you all. Man, I love y'all. And I know that this message ain't popular, because if I was started this 9 years ago, I've been doing this consistently, and if I was taking a position to blame the system or blame white supremacy or blame somebody outside, then I would have a crowd behind me of rah-rah and saying, yeah, they doing it, they did it. But when you turn around and say, no, it's you need to take control, that's probably the most, that's what the Messiah stood for, and showed and proved that, gave us that example to follow. So I understand everybody ain't ready for this. Everybody ain't ready for it. Some people got to go through a little bit more to get to the point where they take control of their self, where they realize that they are creating this experience, where they realize that it ain't nobody outside of them. This is all them. So I don't expect a lot of support or a lot of rah-rah or a lot of people agreeing, because masters are few and far between. There are far many more slaves who haven't realized that they gave their power to their master. They gave up their power, which is why they're being mastered, because they refuse to let God within master. be master. I don't bow to nobody but I am. Period. That ain't cocky. That ain't ego. That's real. My higher self, being connected with God within me, means far more to me and has proven to be far more effective than me going outside of myself looking for solutions. So I love y'all, and thank you for being with me during this time. And I'm about to get some walking in, but man, take control of you, because if you don't, this matrix, it's gonna wear you out. It's gonna wear you out. Shit ain't even begin to get bad. It ain't even begin to get bad. If you don't take control and stand on your square and be unmovable and connected to God within you, you are about to get wore out. You about to be taking on so many emotional trips and changes that you ain't even gonna be able to keep up. And I'm not letting nobody drive my emotions or my energy like that. I control me. Not the media, not CNN, not Black Lives Matter, not nobody controls me. I control me. So I would suggest, if you want to make it through, he that endures to the end shall be saved. You ain't saved yet, but you better get yourself in position, and you better make that decision, and you better connect with God within. Connect with God within so that you can make sure that you make it through what's coming. Because if you don't, you're not going to make it. Period. I love you. See y'all soon.